So yeah, the actual song is based on an actual girl. Um, a girl that I met. She's actually from Chicago, so I met her in Chicago, and she was friends of a friend. I was hanging out with my one friend Kim, and she was like, "Hey, my friend Delilah is going back to school tomorrow. She's got nothing to do. Can she come? We were going to a concert. Like, can she come to the concert with us?" Like, yeah, sure. So we picked this girl up, and as soon as she walks out her door, I'm just like, "Oh my God, so beautiful." And so she had a boyfriend. So the whole night I'm just being goofy. Like, I know there's nothing really gonna happen there. So I'm just like, just being like, I don't have any game. I'm just like a goofball. So I'm just like being funny or trying to make her laugh or whatever. And so when we dropped her off that night, I gave her our CD that we had out at the time. And I was like, I've got a song about you. And she's like, oh, cool, whatever. And she left. And I was just, that was my brilliant line, right? And so then she went back to school in New York the next day. And we kept in touch a little bit on AIM. You guys have any idea what that is? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
so yeah,
yes.
so we kept in touch on AIM, and she would like she was like loving the CD that I gave her of my songs, our album before the one with Hey There Delilah, obviously. And she kept asking me, so where's my song? When do I get to hear my song? And it was always just super innocent, but it was just gave me that little dose of like inspiration that I needed. It was like, oh damn, I guess I do have to write this song for her, I do have to write her a song. And so that's kind of it. And so the first couple lines of the song came out of me really quick and easily. What's it like in New York City? Tonight you look so pretty, And then after I got past like that first verse, I was like, well, that pretty much sums up everything I know about this girl. So I had to kind of imagine the rest of it. Like, if I was in this long distance relationship with somebody, what would I want to say? Someday I'll pay the bills with this guitar, and our friends will make fun of us and they don't get it and blah blah blah. And so I kind of wrote the rest of it, basically having to be a little bit more creative and think about if I was in a relationship with somebody. And so then that was kind of that's basically the whole story. I did make a joke with her though when I first obviously admitted to her, okay, I didn't write a song yet, but I'm going to, and it's going to be the best song I write, and it's going to get us famous, and you're going to be my date for the Grammys. And I said all that before a note of the song was written. And so sure enough, I don't know if it's the best song I've written, but it's definitely the most famous, and got Plain White T's on the map. And we ended up getting 2 Grammy nominations for that song. And so through the years, as the song came out, Delilah would come to shows, and she'd be really cool and supportive about it. Like literally we'd play in New York and she'd come and we'd be like hanging out at the merch table after the show. And like, oh my God, thanks for coming. I'm like, where's your dude? Where's your boyfriend? He's like, oh, he's waiting outside. He didn't want to come in, but he so he like half supported her, but was half like, no, screw that. Like pretty funny.
Of course.
But yeah, she was real supportive and cool and everything. And so when we got nominated for the Grammys, I hadn't spoken to her for a few months. We'd kind of check in every once in a while, especially as the song was like blowing up. We kind of had some funny texts going back and forth. Oh my God, I heard it at this place, or, some cool stuff like that. And so when we got nominated for the Grammys, I called her up and I was like, hey, I just got nominated for 2 Grammys. I'm like, remember when I, before I wrote the song, I said, you'd be my date for the Grammys. I'm like, well, you gotta come. And she's like, well, actually, me and my boyfriend just broke up. I know. So I was like, I'd been in a relationship with somebody and I was single at that time too. So I was like, whoa, is this going to happen? This is like 4 years later or something after meeting her and writing the song. Like, is this going to happen like 4 years later after the song is like a big hit and all this stuff? And it was like a moment of time where it was like, it just kind of was too weird to be true,